Andersen.
Alright guys, we are back with the C36. I don't even know if I did an intro for this video, but welcome back to channel Andersen. We are diving into this thing because it is in desperate need of flex discs. The front one is like scary bad. I had a notice a little while ago and decided not to drive it much since then. The rear is still okay, but I figure since everything's gonna be out, might as well do it. So mic is over. And I realized that we are gonna have to take off the exhaust, but luckily when we did the new exhaust setup, I put V-bands on both ends, so shouldn't be too bad to get this in and out. So, and I can show you guys what the exhaust looks like while it's out, since I never really got to give you guys a good view of it. But yeah, I'm gonna do flex disc, transmission, fluid filter, pan gasket, and we'll see if anything else needs to get taken care of. Alright guys, and we're just gonna undo the connectors for the O2 so I don't have to mess around with wrenching them off the exhaust. But there's that. Jack up the transmission. We'll get this out of the way. I have a new transmission mount also that I did a little modification on. Oi. Nothing crazy, just I had some universal polyurethane mounts that I kind of chopped up and fit inside of the bottom right there. Creative still doesn't make a mount yet for these chassis. I think they're working on it, but for the time being, this will just keep things from like sagging down. So, you know, nothing crazy. But inside of there, filter and gasket, and then our two flex disc. And on these cars, kind of nice, both of them are the same size, at least fingers crossed, I believe so. And part number on this, if I can see anything, I'll try to pop it up on screen. I don't think that's going to help you out at all. The funny thing is I ordered these off Rock Auto and they were supposed to be like aftermarket, but when you order them, they're actually the factory part. So that was kind of nice. And yeah, should be good to go for a long, long time.
You got a flat bed up there?
Yeah. All right, and Maze is joining the troops today. Getting ready to work. Also, I got the car in race ramps just to give us enough room, and I don't like working under the car with jack stands this high, so these are much safer. And still got the jack stands there for safety backup. But me and Mike were actually talking this weekend about trying to get a lift in here. So I'm thinking 4-post. I was gonna go 2-post at first, but 4-post is a lot safer and still gives you the options of doing everything you can on the 2-post. So, and will be easier to install in here because they're a little smaller, a little more narrow, and you don't got to bolt them to the ground. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully in the next few weeks we can get something set up. All right guys, this is how fast Mike's works. I just ran aside to get Maze a sweatshirt and he already has the exhaust out. Okay, well, that's why we put the V-bands in, because I knew someday, either for a manual swap or something else, we'd be doing this.
Yeah, it's smooth.
How you guys doing down there, dude? All right.
Working good.
What are we going for, a cross member now?
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to probably put the jack.
Yeah, I'll put it under the trans pan.
Cross member out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna need that, huh?
All right, tell me when.
Well, let's go under the bell housing up.
You want the bell housing?
Ahead of the. You want to do the trans today, or you want to do the trans, right?
Yeah.
So I think if you lift on the bell housing here, you should be able to. Probably you can still do that.
You can throw that sideways, yeah.
Done.
All right.
That's
What do we need
done.
for these?
You
Like a
don't have to
17?
do it.
Yeah, probably 16, I think. Let me grab it. All right. Yeah.
That was a challenge.
All right, guys, we're all hanging out. We're camping.
We're camping under.
Camping under a C36. All right, unlike the 203 chassis and everything else, these crossover bolts are 17s, guys. Probably the same as the old 124. But yeah, 17s, and let's see if these are. No, those are still 13s. Okay, 17s and 13s.
Watch your head. Watch your melon. You got a lot of heads
Oh
under
my
here.
god, dude. This is like a clown car scenario.
Yeah. It's like we're camping.
Yeah.
Who's driving the clown car?
Yeah.
Are you driving it?
No.
We just, for Halloween, can you be a clown? We'll just dress you up like a clown.
No.
Why not? You still want to be Spider-Man?
Alright guys, and this one for the most part is pretty dry underneath, except it's had a leak on the corner of the pan for a while, so that's why we're doing the new pan gasket and filter while we're in here.
What do we do with the gun? The wrench? Guess maybe you lost it. I took it with you.
Yeah, I might have grabbed it.
Oh, you got it.
I hired a new mechanic right here.
Pull hard. Pull hard.
He's only 5 years old, but he works hard. You got it, boy.
Pull hard. There you go. You're getting it. Oh, popped off. Okay.
There we go.
Here we go.
Why are you being around?
Oh, I just gotta get it. We gotta take it off of there.
Yeah.
Can
This
I
one's
do
next.
that one? Can I do that one?
You can try. It's pretty hard.
Pretty tough.
Takes
Pull
some
it.
big muscles.
Pull.
Pull hard.
No, pull towards you.
Yeah, like this direction. Go. Go. Oh.
There you go. And now you can twist it back. There you go. And now pull it back. There you go.
Oh, gosh darn.
Pull, 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 pull.
Ready, pull. Oh, it popped off. Hold on.
This
There we
is blocking.
Is that blocking your way?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little hard. This one's pretty hard to pull on.
Yeah. I'm gonna do this next one.
We need some power tools.
I'm gonna do the next one.
Are you guys all under there?
Yeah, what's up? Oh, Roshi's joining.
Yeah. Come on, or should we make room?
Oh, we already got 3. Make it 4.
I literally just saw feet. You guys have these little feet. Are we gonna go to your mom's feeder for a little bit?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
We can put with Papa.
Yeah.
What's that?
We can put with you when you're leaving.
Nah, we'll drive
Well, that
our
was a
car. Otherwise,
baby.
we'll have to go back.
Well, Dorian's done too, so I'm hungry.
Okay.
Should I do this one?
Okay, we got. Okay, your hands are gonna get a little greasy here. Okay, we got all 4 of them.
Now we gotta find where the heck the Milwaukee ratchet went with the 13 on it.
Oh, it's probably under here somewhere.
I think it's behind you somewhere.
Oh, there it is. Let's see. I think we need 14s for that.
No, I think they're 13s. Which for the transmission mount?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bigger.
All right. The bottom ones are 13s.
Bottom.
That is weird. All right, guys. Transmission
Right there.
transmission mounts are 14s. Lower are 13s. There you go.
I just saw the other ones from the back and I was like,
Can I do this one?
hold on. Okay, just give her a squeeze.
Squeeze it.
Okay, I think you got it. Be careful, you don't want to drop this on you.
There we go. All right.
Yep, she's a little greasy.
Yeah.
What the heck? Oh, they're 15s.
Somebody probably put a new one on here because it's got a pretty nice sticker on it still.
Yeah, it's not bad. I got a better one though. Yeah.
What did that?
All right, scratch that. They're 15s. Oh my god.
Okay.
Is that a fit?
Yep.
All right, 15s, guys. What was Mercedes doing in the mid 90s? On the 203s, it's 13s, 13s, and 16s. Anyways, get it out. I feel like I'm just hosting you guys right now. Mike's doing all the work.
There you go. There you go.
That's good.
You got it.
So,
All right, one more.
Can I do it?
Yeah, hold on. Give her a go. There you go. Oh, there we go. We got her.
All right.
All right, there's the hard part right there.
That's the license.
That thing looks brand new. Minus those cracks.
Yeah, if you guys want to see what this looks like right now, it's pretty bad. That's the worst I've seen, actually.
Yeah.
I've seen them like dry rotted before, but never with like actual big cracks like that, you know?
Yeah,
What?
there's one big one right there.
Yeah.
What a track. Where are the tracks?
See the cracks in the rubber?
No.
It's on the sides. Like these cracks. Anyways. Not what you want, guys, unless you want your drive shaft as your co-pilot. Oi.
And then drop the front down.
Yeah, do you think we can get to all of them on the front without spinning it?
Oh, man.
Probably not, right?
Probably not.
I got lucky one time on one of the C35s, but
Maybe.
yeah, we'll see. We'll try to do the front without lifting the back up. Otherwise, we'll lift the back up so we can spin the drive shaft. But yeah, not too bad. And then we'll see. Usually they're T55s and 18 for the nuts on the back. But again, we'll see. First time doing this on the 202. All right, and here's the old trans mount. Chances are it was replaced at some point. Unless it just, in fact, is the original and still has a sticker on it, which is kind of cool. All the numbers on it are faded away. I don't think there's a date anymore, but there's that one. Here's ours, which I think was a factory part too, or a Lemforder part. Also different than the 203s, the 202 cross member is not symmetrical. It's like its own little shape. All right, guys, never mind. Mike just said they're regular bolt heads down there. So,
What?
try a 19.
Or Mike?
Here.
Here she is.
All right, 19s. Do you think the nuts are the same size on the back?
They look like they might be.
Okay. Where are all my big wrenches? That is not all of our wrenches. No, probably left over in here from California. 17. Will this fit up in here? One of these, or do you need a flat wrench?
Well, you know what? Can we, you want to drop the motor down just a little bit?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, this stuff just basically falls off.
Oh, yeah.
But it's...
That's, what would that be for?
It's probably from getting oil all over it. And
Yeah.
What is that stuff?
See, I told you we should manual swap it. All right.
easier to remove this bracket here.
To get to the back of that?
Just to get to these bolts here.
What is that?
It's only 3 bolts.
Are they Allens?
That one, yeah.
Is it just this part that comes off, or?
Just this bracket here.
Oh, okay.
I found the stuff that was the tires. Be right
It might
now.
make it accessible.
I try to find my normal wrenches too. For what size is it? The 19 side or 18?
19. 19.
All right, guys. 19 on the back. And 19 for the bolt head.
You're doing it with 2 hands?
Yeah, you got to do both sides when you do these. And here's a look at the exhaust, by the way, guys. Basically use the front Y section, factory Y section, and then factory right here. I'm looking at the exhaust. And then these are 200 cell high flow cats, metallic cats. And then this is all 3-inch. And then it goes back to basically the factory setup back there, which is close to 3-inch also. So it's worked out pretty good. There's a V-band clamps that we have on them. Did you see this other one?
Oh, yeah. This will work if I can get it.
Can you even, like, do the whole team, Papa?
What's that?
Can you do the whole car?
The whole thing. We're trying to get her.
Oh.
Oh, there we go.
You're the man.
Yeah, if that was out of the way, I could maybe swing it a little further.
Is it worth doing, or is it worth just lifting the car up to
What did
spin
manual
it?
stop?
Manual swap? Put a manual transmission in it.
Oh.
So we can shift gears ourselves.
Your hands.
Alright guys, got the back lifted up and just slowly working through the bolts. Or should I say Mike working through the bolts? Yeah, let me see if the light's charging up. Maze is over here spinning and winning. Hey. Alright, cross member cleaned up too. Why not? What are you doing with these? Making a pattern?
I'm just gonna tap on them.
Oh, making more mess for me to pick up. Nice. They don't really fall apart very easy. Oh, if they do that, you do. Alright guys, the front is out after some back and forth between park and neutral. And you can tell just on the ends, like, this thing is pretty hardened. And that's the dangerous stuff. See right there? Yeah, that's bad. I think I can do that with my hand. Don't want one of these letting go on you. So, see you later, homie. Alright, in comparison, got same part numbers aside from the 45 versus the 53 there. So it says GAD 139 up top. And SGF. Anyways, looks like a match. Alright guys, this is basically a Gunter Works episode today. Mike's doing all the work. But we're on to the rear flex disc now. And he's having too much fun, so I'm just letting him go at it.
Back's pretty loose, or not loose, but it's
easier.
Yeah, like it's been off before or something.
Yeah, these bolts look like, I don't know if that's like corrosion or they...
Looks like a little oxidation, but
yeah, like powderized something.
probably just from being in the back.
Yeah.
No oil on them or anything.
But yeah, hopefully we'll be able to slide the drive shaft forward enough without having to release the center bearing, but we'll see here in a second. One of the big reasons I wanted to get this done, aside from just because I should, but is also because I want to do a proper like comparison video between these cars, and I wanted to be able to comfortably rip on this thing for said video, and I definitely was not going to do that in the condition these were in. So now I'll be able to comfortably give it the business, and someday we'll have a manual in here, but not yet. Alright guys, we ended up taking the heat shield off so we can get to the center bearing area. These are kind of different than the other ones because they're not all like one, but it looks like it's in okay shape. loosen those up?
Yeah. Those look like they're like 13s or so. There's some sockets up there.
Oh, here's the 13. Yep. Alright, 13s for... Alright guys, jumping ahead of the future a little bit. The camera died earlier. Putting the cross member back. We got the back flex disc all bolted up. Discovered my lower harness might need a rebuild. I assume just because the upper was new, they probably did the bottom too, but this was pretty exposed, so I used some liquid tape and just some sheathing on it for now. The rest... Alright guys, we're back. I'm ready to finish off the second half of this video. The first half was basically just Mike and Maze doing all the work for me, so appreciate them helping me out. It was unexpected, but Mike is such a go-getter. Every time he comes over here, he's like, what are you working on? And then he just starts going, and I can't stop him. So, you know, I'm not putting him to, you know, labor or anything. It's just what he does. That's Mike. So thank you, though. So drive shaft is pretty much good. Let me get around here, turn the light on so I can give you guys an overview, since I know I wasn't really filming like crazy while we were doing everything, but still got a little bit for you guys. So underneath here we have basically everything put back together, and here's another clear shot again at our exhaust setup. It's pretty much just kind of like same factory orientation, just with the 200 cell cats and no more resonator. We got our everything in that we needed to, our O2 sensors, little cross member or safety loop, and both flex discs are tightened down. We got our bracket in. I made the repair to the wiring that was here. I'm definitely going to need to look at the overall wiring harness at some point, because it probably needs to be rebuilt, the entire thing, but if I don't touch it for now, it'll be okay. And our new transmount is in too. So now we're moving on to actually servicing a transmission. I'm tempted to just get in this thing and go rip it, but might as well do it while I'm under here. So I'm gonna take care of it and just drain it, drop our pan, go from there. I'll probably start it up right now for a little bit to get the trans fluid a little bit warm. And wow, I'm looking at this right here. They did not do the prettiest job on connecting these pieces. I can remember, this might just be the factory part that they took the heat shielding off, because it's not doing great up here. But my dream on this car is to get some headers, guys, so I'm not too worried about it. That would be pretty gangster to have headers with the rest of this exhaust. So anyways, it's probably a 5mm, 6mm bolt. I can't remember what I got. I might have a bolt for this too. If not, that's okay. And then I was gonna do an oil change too, but I don't know if I have a filter for it, so I'll take a look real quick. Also, big news for the channel that I will share, just because you're in the middle of this video, and if you hear this, thank you for watching the video. So detail oriented but I just bought a lift. I bought a 4-post lift. It's gonna go on the barn door side of the garage. It's gonna be a job to get it in here and get it all situated, because I'm gonna have to roll the 190 out again, get it out of the way. We'll build a whole lift, everything, get a flatbed, have it backed up to the barn doors, build it, and then the 190 is not going to be the first car that goes on it. It's going to be another car that you guys don't know about. So I'll leave it at that. But yeah, filters, I think this is for the M111. Yeah, that's for the M111. These are all M113. I don't think I have an oil filter for this, so I'll save that. That's all right. We'll do the oil change next video for this thing. The oil's still good in it. It doesn't burn or leak any oil, so that's awesome. But let's go ahead, get this trans service done so I can drive this thing in the morning. All right, guys, transmission is draining. Fluid is nice and clean. I think this was honestly serviced not that long ago. I think all they did though is probably fill fluid or pull fluid and refill it, because the pan gasket is definitely old. So fluid is fresh. We'll put new fluid back in it, do our gasket and filter while we're in here. All right, guys, and also bring back the greatness of old Benzes. Wouldn't it be so useful if you could just have a transmission dipstick like the good old days on all the modern cars? This thing is beautiful. Nice, good condition. So anyways, pull this out so it can drain a little faster, and then we'll use this obviously to measure what we got once we put the fluid back in. And what I like to do is basically the reason I use this little open pan right here is I'll pour that into an empty oil jug that I have, measure out what it took out, and basically just replace the exact same amount of fluid, because I don't need to put any more, any less. Transmission was working just fine as is. Fluid level is good, so we'll just replace what is out. All right, guys, I'm taking off the transmission pan now. Already got 4 out of the 6 bolts out. They're 13 millimeters. Look like so. And nice, not Allen bolts like the later pans. So anyways, these 2 left. And we'll see if we can lean this over a little bit so whatever fluid comes out, hopefully I can land it in the pan. But I'll leave you guys there so you can see some of this at least. All right. Probably gonna leak a bit, but what are we catching on? There you go. Just catching on the valve body a little bit. Okay. A little more fluid in there. Probably another half a quart or so was sitting in there. Alrighty. Okay, we'll take a look at this outside in the light and take care of our filter. This one is screwed in. I think 3 screws that hold it in, so we'll go ahead and grab our filter and throw that in there too. Let's take a look at the pan though. Alright guys, and here's the pan. Definitely some clutch material, but I mean, pretty normal, nothing crazy to be expected. It's almost a 30-year-old car now, guys. So we'll get this cleaned up, brake clean this all out. Our new gasket, this gasket is rock hard, so that's no good. But good that we were replacing. So, okay, it's not rock hard, but it's pretty bad. So, take this off. See what we got in our new kit. All right, guys, and here's our new filter and gasket. This is from Vico. Oh, there is a tree bug in my gasket. How? I don't know. These things somehow go everywhere, and it's still alive. All right, well, we'll get that guy out of here. Here's our gasket, or sorry, filter. There's debate about which filter to run. Let me set this somewhere somewhat clean, but there's 2 different filters for the 722 dot, or what are they? 722.4s, that's correct. 722.6, yeah, 722.4s. There's 2 different filters. There's ones that have like 2 passes through and ones that have single passes through. This one has the dual channels, and I think these are just pieces that I remove once I take this out of here. And then some of them have like just 1 slit underneath. You'll see that. I think that's what's in there right now, but we'll take a look, compare, but this should work. Anyways, I'm trying to get this done, so let me get everything cleaned up and get everything situated, and then we'll throw this back in. All right, you guys, there's the pan cleaned up. I took a little bit of a hammer job over here because at some point in this car's life it got dented. So try to just flatten it out a little bit. It doesn't look like it warped any of the sealing surfaces at all, so should be okay. The gasket that I have is seating okay. This area right here is wanting to kind of like lift up, so I'll just have to be mindful when I'm putting this in the car. The rest of it is pretty situated though, so that is good. And then we got our filter out. There was a whole lot more fluid that came out with the filter. Be careful as well. There's cork gaskets that go on both mating surfaces right here. Just make sure they don't get left behind. One of mine did, so just make sure you pull them out. And then there's 3 screws that hold it up. So I'm gonna put the new one on right now. I'll take a little bit of transmission fluid and just kind of lube up the cork gaskets before I slide it up. And yeah, should be it. All right, guys, new filter is on. A little bit different design. Those things don't come off. They're actually like basically baffles, kind of for forward and backward movement. So it does have 2 channels, which is good. It's kind of what like the sport quote unquote filters had before, like another exit down its bottom, but this one should work just fine, just a little bit different style. So yeah, I think now we'll get the pan gasket in with the pan and bolt everything up, refill. All right, guys, well, we're all done down here. I don't know what the torque for the transmission gasket is, or the bolts. I mean, probably something around 10 Newton meters, but what I always do is basically just cinch them up until they're all kind of evenly, just, you know, to where, not where they're tight, but just to where they're bottomed out. And then I'll go around in kind of X pattern, middle, and just cinch them down. They do not need to be crazy tight, so be careful. But I've done that for pretty much all my 722.6s and stuff, and it's always been okay. So this one I checked, I felt all around it with my fingers, made sure the little feet were still hanging on to the edges where they need to, and just feeling around to make sure the gasket was sitting flat, and it is. Visually and by feeling, it's all good. So we are going to pour that into. All right, you guys, well, you've been on the charger for a while because this thing died, but we're pretty much all wrapped up. Fluid that we extracted was just about 3/4, so I put in set amount of the Valvoline Max Life. I use this in pretty much all Mercedes automatics. Maybe later stuff like the 722.9s. Maybe there's something else, but you can use this in it. And definitely 722.6s and anything previous to that. 0.4s, 0.3s. I've used it for years, no issues. So fill that up. We'll have to start it, get it running, check it once it's warm, etc. But I don't think there should be any issues. And obviously we'll check for leaks after we drive it for a while too. But oh, this feels so good. Don't have to worry about the flex disc anymore. And to have the updated, you know, parts under there in general, it just feels good. The trans mount, service, everything we did, you know, this car deserves it. It's been a champ literally, since we got it, drove it straight home from San Francisco, and I've just been driving it ever since, and it hasn't skipped a beat, hasn't complained. But these were scary tired, so glad these are done for. Let's go ahead and fire this thing up. Oh, and also I spilled a little bit of trans fluid on the exhaust, so if you see it smoking in there, don't get scared. But it wasn't too much, and I tried to clean up the most of it, but so excited to drive this thing. Probably feels so much smoother with the new Flexus in there. And also sad, guys, but this thing finally gave way. It started peeling up really bad in the summertime, so I'll need to get this refinished or find the same one. There's companies that do it. I could probably figure out how to do it, but yeah, sad. We'll have to check for exhaust leaks as well, since we did have both of the couplers off, but should be all right. Okay, let's roll it through the gears. Oh, I think I definitely hear an exhaust leak. Okay, well, we got all gears. Not really sure about the exhaust leak. It's late right now, but let me back it out. Kind of sounded like there was a little bit of a leak in the center, but we also put that poly bushing in the trans mount, so could be getting a little bit of noise from that. Hard to tell though. I'll have to drive it. Oh, you know what? I got the wheel chalk in my... Oh! That was under my back wheel. Let's take that out first. Okay, now we should be good to go. Okay. Probably let this warm up for a little bit, and then I'll check the transmission fluid. That's the right time right now, and it's a work day, so it's a little late. All right, I missed it too much, guys. I'm taking it for a quick cruise around the neighborhood. Just have it go through the gears so that I can, you know, verify transmission fluid. I can already tell it feels way smoother, guys. That is awesome. All right, you guys, it looks like it's still nighttime, but you can probably tell by my voice. It's about 6 a.m. So let's go ahead, fire this thing up, see how it does on our drive to work, and get back to enjoying this thing on the regular now that it is up to spec with this maintenance. Alright guys, well, seems to have settled in nicely. One thing though, I definitely feel like I hear an exhaust leak, but I was feeling around last night and I couldn't feel any air coming off of it, but I'll have to maybe take a look again and see if I can adjust the clamps or something on the V-bands. Alright you guys, well, I guess it's only right, since I schooled myself and hopefully schooled you guys a little bit, that we end up at my job here at school to close out the video. It's been a while since we did this, but I'm back at work now. Started teaching day here shortly, but glad to have everything done on the C36. 3 thoughts before I go on everything. A, that car needs a manual, and I have the 5-speed kit for it, but the thing that holds me back from doing the 5-speed is A, it's a lot more cumbersome because it's a kit that I don't really know all the details about. It's a nice kit, but I don't know it like I do the 6-speed kits. And B, part of that is I want to turbo this car eventually, and the 5-speed will not hold that power. The 6-speed will. If I get the right clutch kit from Kangaroo's team, I can make, 450, 500 on a turbo kit later down the road without having to redo the whole manual setup. So I really want to swap it. I'm going to look for another 6-speed. It's tempting to just use the one that's supposed to go to the 190 right now and just do it, but I'm not going to. I'll wait and I'll get another one. But that's my first thoughts, is driving it again. I'm like, yeah, it's a good car, but the automatic definitely takes away a few things from it. B, for now, the polyurethane mount idea did not work. I don't like it. So I'm going to put the regular mount back in, or just pop those little inserts that I put in out. And then C, the exhaust leak is definitely present. It got a little bit better on the way because probably carbon, filling up a little bit of the seams, but it must just be that V-band right there. Maybe we didn't get it seated properly, so I'll redo that. But anyways, the car drives fantastic. Feels fantastic to have it back. And yeah, got a bunch of maintenance done on it. Next up, I just got to do an oil change. And then besides that, it doesn't need anything for a while. So yeah, that's it. At least we got it to the point where I can daily drive it again. I am most likely going to be putting the C43 up for sale soon. I want to do a comparison video between the two cars and do a few other things with it before I sell it. But it is official. I have made up my mind. I will be selling the C43. So if you're seeing this and you're interested, email me, anderson.amg@gmail.com. And yeah, feel free to inquire about it. I'm not looking to gouge anybody with the price or anything like that, but just put it at a reasonable price of what they've been going for. And I know it's a really clean example, so it deserves a good home. That's mostly what I look for, especially with the cars that I love as much as I do, like those ones, like selling the E420, etc., the ML63. These are all great cars that I really loved, so I really tried hard to find them good places to go. So C43, no different. I want to find a good person for it. So if you're that person and you're interested, let me know. I will make an official video. The C43 is for sale at some point. But yeah, it's on the table. So you might be wondering why. There is very good reasons why, and I will tell you after it's all said and done and when it's the right time to update you guys on a few of those things. So yeah, just trust the process, trust the madness, and go Lakers. They got a win last night for the first night of NBA this year. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.